We are raising broilers. And this is Kataps once again. We want to show you how we raise birds from the brooding to the end, so that you people who are starting are doing poultry farming with ease. You have the information. Don't make mistakes that I did when I was starting. You gauge the weight, gauge the edge, and gauge the size. So, till the end, stick around. This is Kataps. In poultry farming, you only have to know what to do and then you succeed. When you have seen that personally, what I do herbals so that the birds get immunity. When they have immunity, you'll never go to the pharmacies, veterinary shops to buy medicine. Now, we are having our chicks in the first days of their life. That we call it brooder. When you have brooder chicks, you must have some plants that give them immunity. In my time of brooding, when I'm brooding, usually I use plants like Moringa. See this Moringa here. This is a very good plant. It gives appetite to the chicks. When they have appetite, they will eat and then they will grow. Sometimes we see our birds having no appetite and then wondering what to do. They start looking for multivitamins. What? No, that is not necessary. So these chicks are very young and there are just 300 of them. With these kind of leaves, just a handful of leaves, they'll get the appetite and the immunity is boosted. In this Moringa, I will add in Aloe Vera. Aloe Vera, you have it here, the same garden. So I pick just around 5 leaves. I pick 5 leaves. No, Aloe Vera, basically, it is good for, it is an antioxidant. Aloe Vera is good for all the viral diseases. And again, it also aids in digestion. So, because we are giving them immunity, we don't put in a lot of plants because they are still young. But when they grow, we can also add in this one, like Tetraedera riparia, but we are only giving them only 2 plants so that the birds are not having issues with their health. These plants, I'll show you how to prepare them. I will add in just 1 clove of garlic, just one bulb. You will ensure that your things are washed and they are clean. I usually wash with liquid soap. When you wash them clean, then you rinse them again in clean water. You automatically chase away all the infections. You leave it to dry a bit. Now we have our 3 ingredients or our 3 plants. That is the garlic, the aloe vera, then the moringa. We are going to prepare them for the birds. Prepare for the birds and look, crush them. Now, how do you prepare the aloe vera and these plants? I wash them to avoid any excuse. To avoid any infections, you have to wash the leaves. However, with the aloe vera, what do we do with it? Aloe vera will remove the inside part only. Remember, it is a bitter plant. So the chicks won't like it if the water is bitter. So what you do, you remove this, you remove only this. You remove only this white one, white girl. Many people lose chicks in the brooding stage simply because they have not done the immune boosting. And these plants I give them are a magic in a way that the chicks, instead of dying of fever, instead of dying of flu, instead of dying of cough, they will survive. And that is the question I've been asked very many times. What can I do? My birds are sneezing, my what? And that is dangerous for our poultry farming in Uganda. Recently, we discovered that there is a ban on the importation of chicks from Europe because of avian influenza. Whoever gets chicks right now, they have that kind of funny cough and flu. But because we know that they already have problems, we try to prevent by giving them herbals. And that is why I woke up very early to at least ensure that these herbals are given, ensure that these herbals are taught to you, and that you do what we do. Now, this aloe vera is, you can see, it's nice. Now, adding the garlic, just one bulb, because they're only 300 buds and they are 7 days old. Then I will add in my moringa. One by one. With the chicks, what I have discovered, okay, with the poultry farming, I've discovered that when you use herbals, your life is different from somebody else's life. You can see, on the day one, we buy pre-vaccinated chicks. Then we give them glucose for day one. When you bring them like this, give them glucose for the first 2 waters, glucose water. You can add sugar, but glucose is enough for the first 2 hours before giving them feed, before introducing feed to them. Then after that, you put them on vitamins, chick formula, so that the chicks are able to eat with a lot of vibe, with a lot of energy. Now, for me, I don't give them anything else. I wait until day 7 when I introduce my simple herbals, the starter herbals, not many. You start small, especially aloe vera, moringa, and garlic. Then I wait for 3 days to introduce something else. I will be telling you in the next video what I will introduce on the 10th day. Today is just 7 days. And usually when you are giving these herbals, you don't put in all the water, because this is not liked. And again, it can be neutralized. It becomes like diluted. So we put in just one container. I want to put in a 10-liter container, just one, so that the birds will go and just drink a little, drink a little, drink a little, and then your target is done. Now, this is a mixture of aloe vera, garlic, and moringa. Look how it looks like. My purpose is not to show you that I have a farm of maybe 300 birds, farm that have lasted 10 years and still small. No. My purpose is to show you that you can start small. Keep moving, keep moving. We can have broilers every 1 week, no matter the number. But first of all, I have to get birds every week. And that is 300. What you want is that you have a farm that is busy. You have to change the gumboots, because if you don't change, you bring in infections. In the poultry farming, we need to tell you what we do. Now, you see, when I bring in the chicks, I try to give them pellets food. we give them pellets as feed. You can look at this one. These are pellets. Then of course we later change to mash, or we call it maize bran mixed with concentrates. This is for the first 2 weeks. After that, we change it to maize bran, maize, and concentrates. Now, we have to ensure that we measure every week. You do random sampling, then you measure. Okay, we do random sampling to measure to see the weight of the chick. At day 7, it is now 0.1. That's gone. Let me pick another one. Now you see, they are very satisfied. If you see their crop, they are really satisfied. Now, you are there, 0.185. Let me see this one, 0.175. There is a difference. Now, I do random sampling. When you are giving them a feed, you ensure that the feed does not have any dirt in it, because they get diarrhea. And as you can see me putting this in the bucket, so I give to my pigs. But don't throw away anything. Oh, sorry. Ever since I started doing poultry farming, this is my worst batch. This electricity you see here has failed my poultry. Every time it disappears, there is a lot of load shedding in Uganda. So what we do, we improvise bulbs. Solar power in Uganda does not work. You bring a solar panel with a battery, within 2 months the battery is gone. So we decided to have these bulbs. You see, it lights very well. However, only 3 hours. So we have to wake up there and then, there and then. So the disruption, a lot of inconvenience has made my birds not to grow. But at 7 weeks, I'm not complaining a lot. I'm lucky that today the power is on. Let us see how it happens tomorrow, how it will go tomorrow. So this has been Kataps. If it's your first time on this channel, please subscribe so that you can have these videos given to you every time. And if you like the video, share it so that people can understand that there are people outside there giving full information. So till you see you next time, bye.